Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm not a theist. I just wanted to give you kind of a quick update on the channel, the CCL, sort of what's going on in my life and where we're going in the future, okay? So let me get my face a little smaller here. So let me start with Fast Castle and Chill, right? Fast Castle and Chill is, there we go, that's better. Fast Castle and Chill has been my YouTube project for the last couple of years, really focused on it last year. It's been growing. With YouTube, you get monetized once you hit 1,000 subscribers, and there's like other hurdles to climb through. You have to get like so many views and hours and things like that. I actually have a lot of views and a lot of hours, but I don't have a lot of subscribers. So I'm really trying to focus on getting to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of this year. I'm recording this on my birthday, March 20th, 2026. I turned 41. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm doing pretty good. I couldn't ask for anything more. And this channel is really like my baby right now. And I'll get into it a little bit more. So, you know, you can see I haven't made a video in 13 days. I was traveling a little bit, helping out some family back in the States. You know, my most popular videos, let's see. This was the Neji video this blew up. It's at 39,000 views. I had a video, this was about Elpo, or it was just like game, actually. It was just gameplay. It was Elpo. I had some, this was my game, a Tower Rush. My most recent one, which was Caclock Pro, who was doing the Champy Rush, right? And then, let's see, I had a hair video, got 600 views. Arena games. Who was this arena game with? Chowd? I think it's Chowd. Callum and Chowd? Interesting. I barely remember that. I make a lot of videos. So I've experimented with different things. You know, you can see these videos here. So I've gotten some feedback on like different things like thumbnails and whatnot. And these videos here, this one actually is an AI thumbnail right now, but it wasn't when it got popular. So like these 4 top videos here are just very simple, you know, 24-0 thumbnail, Tower Rush, Broken, right? And then this one here was probably something similar to like the 24-0 one, I think. And then I do a lot of the AI thumbnails, but I do those more for like the CCL games. So let's just go back to the latest ones here. These games here, these were all tournament games that Solo Ghost had asked me to try to cast all the games that he couldn't cast live for his tournament. His tournament went really, really well. And so I have a bunch of those up there now. But let me get into the CCL a little bit. Because I have, let's see, I have a playlist for the CCL. Yeah, right here, boom. Oh, that's the video, hold on. Playlists. Here we go. So this is actually my playlist for the CCL here. And you see I have 53 games that I've already casted. So CCL has been going pretty darn well. Let me pull up a couple of things here. So recap on the CCL. We've had, so just to kind of recap if you don't know, okay? CCL started January 8th, I want to say, and it's been received really well. My idea for it was I wanted something that can be consistent, something that like can carry on like week after week after week, and is fun to play, is competitive, but not like so serious like a tournament. You know, I enjoy tournaments. I'm playing in a tournament, playing in a tournament coming up next week, or like a league, like a short league thing. This CCL, I want it just to be forever. So anyone can join. It's a console only, so you have to play on console. But if you're watching this channel, you probably know that already. But basically, we've had, I'll give you kind of an update here. We've had actually 50 players play because Lame Chara joined last week. I haven't updated the games from this week yet. And we've had 50 players play in the last 10 weeks. We're in week 10 right now. Vulcan Loop is number 1, and then Ice, myself, Ryan, Ghost, Balance, Sammy, Sharky are top 8. The way that the playoffs are going to work, it's going to be kind of fun. The top 7, here, I'll put it over here so you can see it. The top 7 are going to be automatically in, and then there's going to be a play-in game from 8 to 15. So this, I have to update this from just the last couple of days, but there's basically games every Thursday and every Sunday. That's how it's been. I want to change something up in season 2. So in season 2, what I want to do is allow like players to organize some of their own games. It's going to be an experiment. This whole thing's an experiment for me. I want to see how it's going to work. I want to see if it's going to get off the rails. Sometimes you give people too much control and they do some things. But I got to say, like, the players in the CCL have been absolutely fantastic. Like, I have the Discord. Let me pull up the Discord real quick. I have the Discord. We have a lively discussion all the time. Everyone's like super cool, super respectful. There's not a lot of like that back and forth, name calling, being mean. There's a little bit of fun banter all the time. But it stays in line, right? It stays in line. So what I usually do with the CCL is we post the game type. So this was the March 19th game. And I put the time, I put the different availabilities for different games, and then the game type, the map, and then if there's any like specific points or anything. And then we do like the sign-in channels, right? So these are the sign-in channels. And you can see that, as people sign up, they get filled up, and then I'll put the results in here typically. And what we usually do is we'll have a voice channel. So I'm not going to click here, but we have a voice channel on the bottom here. And in the voice channel, let me move my face. There we go. So in the voice channel on the bottom here, you have we join there and we talk and everyone get in the same lobby and it's kind of fun. So I'm really loving the way this is going. I'm loving the turnout. I'm loving the people who are playing. I'm loving just kind of like just overall how everything's been going with it. So really couldn't be happier about the way the CCL has been going. And I really hope that in the future, like the next season, just going to be better. So like I said, I do want to do some sort of like ability for players to have their own channels and say like, hey, game on, Thursday, or I guess games are usually Thursday, game on Monday. Hey, Monday night, 7 p.m. Who's free? Let's get a game. And then, as long as it's like within the rules and reasonable and everything, it should be fine. I think that's going to be the best way to move forward, and then still have like the organized like weekly games, but to have like additional games available because people love playing these customs. They're just fun. We do a lot of different maps. I think that's like one thing that sort of keeps the fun into it. And then I keep like the standings here. I keep the playoffs, like what I was just showing on the screen here. Rules, probably need to update these a little bit. I'll probably need to update these a little bit for the next season just because we've learned a lot of things along the way. I think the biggest thing that we've learned along the way that I've learned is free-for-alls are really, really fun, okay? But I think that they can drag on a long time if there's not either sudden death or King of the Hill. Or not King of the Hill, sudden death or regicide. Regicide means that like your king can get killed. And that tends to help the games move along a little bit faster, right? A little bit easier. Without that, they tend to go on for too long. So that's something that we've learned. But back to my YouTube channel real quick, and I know I'm dragging on here. I just wanted to give everyone an update. That's really all I wanted. Let me see if I can view my channel again. So back to my YouTube here. So like the big goal for me is once I can get to 1,000 subscribers, I can get monetized. And then I can start like giving back towards the controller community. So the controller community is fantastic. It's small. There's only at any given time, there's maybe 1,500 players on the ranked ladders. There's probably double that who play, but they play like customs with their friends or whatever. There's also a lot of players who just play the campaigns, and the campaigns are pretty fun. When there was an issue where there's a lot of crashes recently, and so I was messing around with the campaign, the new like Mapuche campaign, I think it is, and it's really fun. They're really fun, like the one-player mode, like if that's what you're into, So I love this game. I know if you're watching this, you love this game too. And like I said, my goal for this year is to get from where I'm at right now to at least 1,000 subscribers. Because like right now for the CCL, we've gotten some donations, and that's great. That's fantastic. So if donations keep coming in, that'll be great. I can give some of my own money, which is great. And then once like monetization comes, like I got my first payout from Twitch actually this year, and I'm putting some of that towards the prize pool. And I don't stream that much, but I stream like enough tournaments, often enough, where like I'll get a little bit of a little bit of funding, a little bit of advertising revenue, some subscribers. Some people in the community have been really great with donations, sponsorships. We had Sammy Diamonds' book got sponsored, which was awesome. I love supporting the people in the community in the CCL specifically, and I hope that we continue this. And if anyone has any like ideas who either plays or wants to play and hadn't had the opportunity to do it, reach out to me. Join the Discord. Another thing about the Discord, so I think now that we have there's about 80 people in Discord, about 50 players who have played. I think I want to make it kind of invite only. Like, you have to be invited to come play, which is like normally how it works anyway. But instead of just like letting anyone in, just like, all right, someone who's in here needs to be like, hey, you come play with us, right? I think that'll be kind of cool. But again, we have a really welcoming community, so I don't see that being much of an issue. But guys, thanks so much for all the support. It's unreal. It's so awesome. Like I hope it just keeps growing, and just this community just never ceases to amaze me. How generous and giving, and I don't mean like financially, just like like we're all kind of homies now, which I think is great. But yeah, that's basically just wanted to give you a quick recap on what's going on with the channel, what's going on with the CCL. The new season for the CCL starts first week of April, I believe. So this one's going to wrap up pretty soon, and when it does, the new season's gonna go ahead and be awesome. So I appreciate it, guys. I just want to give you that little recap, and take care. Message me if you have any questions. Leave some comments. If you watch this channel, please subscribe. I know some people like YouTube will keep putting the same channels in front of you that you watch, but subscribing, like, it makes such a difference. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea how much of a difference it actually makes. And eventually, when this gets monetized, all that money is going to be going back towards the community, which I think is like the real goal here. So appreciate it. Reach out. Take care, everyone. See ya.